Have you felt it lately? The sudden chaos, the random delays, the people from your past showing up out of nowhere? That's not random. It's a spiritual trap. And heaven is warning you right now. This isn't just another message. This is a divine wake-up call, a sacred alert for the chosen ones. Because if you fall for it, you could lose everything heaven prepared for you. But if you recognize it in time, your next level will unlock. Watch till the end, because this warning is not for everyone. It's for you. 1. The repeating pattern. Have you noticed it lately? The same storm circling back, the same drama, same energy, same strange disruptions reappearing just when you thought you'd finally moved forward. It's almost as if the past has claws and it's trying to drag you back. At first you brushed it off. A missed call from someone you cut ties with, an old habit creeping back in during a moment of weakness, a familiar situation dressed in slightly different clothes. You told yourself, it's nothing. I've been here before, I've grown past this. But that's exactly the point. You have been here before, and now heaven is warning you. This is not a coincidence. This is a test. This is what spiritual sabotage looks like. It doesn't scream in your face. It whispers, just one more time won't hurt. It's a recycled cycle. The same spiritual trap, just packaged with a new name, a new face, a new lie. Think about it. That opportunity that suddenly feels urgent, but deep down, your spirit is uneasy. That friend from your past who shows up just as you're leveling up, but they bring confusion, not peace. That relationship that ignites quickly, but leaves you doubting your worth, your voice, your calling. These aren't just coincidences. They're assignments sent to delay you, distract you, and derail you from your divine path. You already passed this test once. You already walked away. But now the enemy is bold enough to try again, because it knows your purpose is close, your breakthrough is near, so it's desperate. And desperation always shows up wearing a disguise. That's why heaven is raising the alarm. You've seen this before. Don't be fooled again. What looks familiar is actually fatal. You are not weak. You are wise. And wisdom means recognizing when the old trap is trying to wear a new mask. This time, you won't fall for it. This time you'll remember, repetition isn't always a sign to retry. Sometimes it's a sign to run. Avoid the loop. Break the pattern. Because what's ahead of you is far greater than what's trying to pull you back. 2. The one thing you must avoid. 350 words. What if I told you that the most dangerous thing in your life right now isn't a person, isn't a place, and isn't even a decision? It's something far more subtle, something invisible, something that feels safe, but is spiritually toxic. Heaven is warning you. Avoid this at all cost. What is it? Distraction. Not just any distraction, but a spirit of distraction that comes cloaked in comfort, routine, and convenience. It doesn't come to destroy you instantly. It comes to slowly drain your fire, to quietly disconnect you from your mission. It doesn't shout, it whispers. You're tired. Rest a little longer. You're not seeing results. Maybe you're not meant for this. It's okay to sit this one out. Someone else will rise. You don't need to pray today. One day off won't matter. And before you know it, your sword is down. Your armor is dusty. You're no longer a threat to the enemy because you're no longer in the fight. Chosen one, this is the infection that heaven is warning you about. It spreads silently. It makes you feel justified in your pause, validated in your hesitation, and comfortable in your delay. But listen, distraction doesn't just delay your destiny. It kills momentum, it clouds clarity, it silences the voice of God with noise that feels normal. And the scariest part? You won't even realize you've been sidelined until it's too late. Right now, heaven is speaking directly to your soul. Do not lay down your purpose. Not now, not when breakthrough is near. So stand up, refocus, reignite. because what's coming for you requires full attention, full fire, full obedience. The battlefield is calling again, and this time, you must show up with your sword in hand. 3. The signs you're being targeted. So, how do you know this message is for you? How do you know if you are being targeted in this spiritual war? Look closer. The signs are there. You've been feeling tired, but not just physically. It's a deep, soul-level exhaustion. You wake up feeling like you haven't rested at all. You're mentally foggy, emotionally numb, spiritually worn out. That's not normal. That's a drain on your divine energy. You're seeing repeating numbers, 333, 444, 1111. They're showing up everywhere, on clocks, receipts, license plates. These aren't coincidences. They're angelic alerts, divine time codes trying to shake your spirit awake. Heaven is flashing a warning. You are being watched, and you are being called. You've been hit with delays, chaos, and emotional roller coasters. Just when things were getting better, boom, another setback. Just when you found peace, sudden confusion. This is not random. This is the enemy scrambling your atmosphere to block your clarity, to stop you from hearing heaven's direction. And perhaps the most alarming sign, you feel disconnected from God. Your prayers feel hollow. Your intuition feels blocked. You try to focus, but everything feels off. This isn't just distraction. It's spiritual interference, an active attempt to shut down your communication with the divine. These are spiritual warning flares, signals that something is happening behind the veil. And if you ignore them, the consequences won't just be physical. They'll be spiritual, emotional, and generational. Chosen one, heaven is trying to get your attention before it's too late, before you fall asleep spiritually, before you surrender to numbness, before the enemy fully invades the territory you were meant to conquer. Don't wait for confirmation. The signs are the confirmation. And if you're seeing them, then this warning is not just a message, it's a lifeline. 4. The hidden enemy. The most dangerous enemy isn't loud. It doesn't attack in the dark. It doesn't wear red or carry a weapon. The most dangerous enemy pretends to be your friend. And for many chosen ones right now, that hidden enemy is called comfort. Not every battle in your life will look like war. Some come disguised as stillness, as rest, as ease. But deep down, you know it's not peace, it's paralysis. Comfort whispers, "You've done enough." It says, "You don't need to push today." It convinces you to settle where you were only meant to pass through. That job that feels safe, but crushes your spirit. That group of people you've outgrown, but stay without of loyalty. That harmless habit that feels small, but robs you of focus and fire. That's the hidden enemy. And heaven is sounding the alarm. I did not choose you to fit in. I chose you to stand out. You were never meant to blend into the background. You weren't created to stay on the bench. You are a warrior of light. But you've been wrapped in a blanket of comfort that's slowly suffocating your purpose. You've mistaken delay for rest. You've called stagnation God's timing. You've told yourself you're waiting on a sign, but the truth is, the sign has already come. And it's this moment, right now, right here. You see, heaven didn't call you to be popular. You were called to be powerful, not accepted, anointed. But anointing costs. It requires discomfort. It demands movement. It calls for sacrifice. So hear this clearly. If it's draining your spirit, if it's shrinking your voice, if it's keeping you small, it's not your friend. Walk away, or it will steal everything heaven placed inside you. 5. The sacred call to wake up. This is your wake-up call. Heaven is not whispering anymore. It's not sending signs in riddles or dreams, only prophets understand. Number the trumpet has sounded in the spirit realm, and only the truly chosen can hear it. If you're still watching this message, it's not by accident. It means your spirit is in tune. You've felt the tension rising, the shift happening, the atmosphere getting heavier with divine urgency. But now, you must act. This is not the time for sleepwalking through your purpose. Not the time to keep saying, "I'll start next week." Not the time to keep holding on to people, habits, or comfort zones that are killing your calling. Get up earlier. Pray deeper. Fast if you must. Clean your spiritual house. Cut the soul ties. Block the distractions. Remove access to anyone not aligned with your assignment, because what's coming next, it's bigger than you imagined, it's heavier than you thought, it's sacred. But listen, you cannot carry old weight into a new season. You can't walk into a divine promotion holding the baggage of disobedience, laziness, or spiritual compromise. Heaven is not preparing just anyone, it's preparing you, but only if you respond. This isn't about fear, it's about alignment. It's about realizing that when heaven sends a warning, it's really a gift, a chance to pivot before the storm, a call to rise before the battle, a moment to prepare before the blessing. Chosen one, this is your call to wake up. Will you obey it, or will you miss what's meant for you? The next move is yours. You are not alone. You might feel like you're walking through this alone, like no one understands your burden, like the people around you don't see you, and maybe never truly did. But let me speak this truth into your soul. The chosen are often hidden before they're revealed. That silence in your life, that space where you hear nothing from God, where the prayers feel unanswered and your purpose feels paused, it's not rejection, it's refinement, it's divine protection. Heaven hides what it's preparing, because what's sacred must be shielded until it's strong enough to be released. So don't mistake your delay for denial. Don't confuse your isolation with abandonment. This is not punishment, this is positioning. Right now, you're being prepared in private, so that when your moment comes, you will rise in power, not in panic. The promise is still real. The prophecy over your life is still alive. Heaven hasn't changed its mind about you. But now, heaven is waiting on your response. Will you fold under pressure? Will you go back to what was comfortable? Or will you rise, even while it hurts? This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to disappear. This is not the time to fall back asleep. This is the moment to wake up, to rise up, to step boldly into the fire, knowing you won't be burned. Chosen one, your name is still written in heaven. Your assignment is still alive, and your time is still coming. But only if you obey. Only if you let go of what heaven told you to leave behind. You are not alone. Heaven is still with you. Now, move forward like it. If this message stirred something in your spirit, that's not just coincidence, that's confirmation. You didn't land here by accident, heaven led you here, because this is your moment to decide, will you obey the call, or will you repeat the cycle? You've come too far. You've cried too many tears. You've fought battles people never even saw. Now is not the time to shrink. Now is the time to step fully into who you were called to be. Heaven is warning again. And this time, you're not going to miss the sign. You're not going to delay the mission. You're going to rise up, focused, alert, and ready to walk boldly into your next chapter. Chosen one, the battle may be heavy, but you are not alone. The kingdom of heaven stands behind you. So drop a "I hear the call" in the comments if this message hit your spirit. Like this video, subscribe for more divine insight, and share this with someone else who needs to wake up spiritually before it's too late. This isn't just a video, it's a divine assignment. You heard the call. Now it's your move.